Luka Doncic, halfway through the 2022-2023 season, is currently averaging 34 points a game on 9 assists and also 9 rebounds, while the Dallas Mavericks are currently sitting at the 5th seed in the Western Conference with a record of 24-21. And with Luka running his heliocentric offense, they somehow have the 18th best offense in the whole entire NBA still. Although Luka is having one of the best statistical seasons in NBA history, we've seen with players like James Harden, this type of play, this heliocentric offense can only get you so far, especially later down the line in the NBA playoffs, you know what I'm saying, where the game tends to slow down a lot and you get the ball moving a lot more, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I feel like in the playoffs, that's when the Dallas Mavericks are going to miss a player like Jalen Brunson, you know what I'm saying? And that is the guy that we're going to be talking about in this video, you know what I'm saying? Because he has been having an all-star caliber season over there with the Knicks, and I just feel like it was such a mistake for the Dallas Mavericks to let him walk away in free agency, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, man, let's get straight into this video and see what Jalen Brunson's been up to in New York. Jalen Brunson has helped the New York Knicks get back into that playoff picture as they would like, and they are currently sitting at the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference with a record of 25-20, and they also do have the 14th best offense in the league with the 7th best defense in the league as well. And obviously Jalen Brunson has been a big contributor for that, you know what I'm saying? And his numbers speak for themselves. He's currently averaging 22 points a game, 6 assists, and also 3.5 rebounds a game with almost 50% shooting from the field. So I do definitely think it's safe to say that Jalen Brunson would definitely be a major contributor to this Dallas Mavericks team, because they are definitely missing a lot of firepower, you know what I'm saying? Because some nights you may have Spencer Dinwiddie being Luka's second best player, or some nights you may have Christian Wood being, the Dallas Mavericks' best player, you know what I'm saying? Their second best player. And and even Christian Wood, he's their second leading scorer on the team with 18 points a game, and then the one after that is Spencer Dinwiddie with 16 points a game. So I definitely do think that Jalen Brunson would be, the second best player on the Dallas Mavericks without a question, you know what I'm saying? Especially with how the Dallas Mavericks have been playing this year. Like I said, it's been pretty much a heliocentric offense, even when Jalen Brunson was there. So the fact that he left and it's still that way, it's just gotten even worse. Luka's usage rate is probably the highest it's ever been in his career. And I definitely feel like Jalen Brunson would definitely be a key contributor to helping, the Dallas Mavericks' success and get back to where they were last year. And the fact that they didn't want to sign him to a $100 million contract this past offseason is just mind-boggling to me, especially the fact that he's playing up to that level, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, just NBA contracts are just inflated as it is anyway. Like, you have people like Luke Kennard, who I love Luke Kennard, but he is overpaid. He's getting like $64 million for a 4-year deal, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of, it goes hand in hand, you feel me? Like, I just feel like Jalen Brunson's $100 million contract would have been so valuable later down the line, like in a year or two, maybe even 3 years, when everyone's contract is going to be a lot more money than that just for a 4-year deal, you know what I'm saying? So it does kind of suck to see the Dallas Mavericks give up such a great player in Jalen Brunson to go to the New York Knicks for pretty much nothing, you know what I'm saying? And especially when you take a look at, like the Dallas Mavericks payroll that they have paying other players the next couple years, it makes it even look worse that they didn't want to give Jalen Brunson a 4-year, $100 million deal, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have players like Davis Bertans making $53 million until the year 2024 and 2025. Like, that alone is kind of iffy. Davis Bertans' contract is definitely not something a lot of people would, want to take on. Excuse me, it was actually $44 million until 2024 and 2025. It's Tim Hardaway Jr. getting paid $53 million until 2024 and 2025. And that kind of just shows my point. Like, you have all these other players that aren't even good as Jalen Brunson getting paid a lot more than him. Like, even Maxi Kleber's getting paid $42 million until the year 2025 and 2026. So, I don't know. This kind of just shows my point. Like, I don't understand why they didn't just give Jalen Brunson $100 million where he'd be making, $25 million a year? When you have players like Davis Bertans making $16 million a year, like, there's really not that much of a difference, and there's such a gap between a player like Davis Bertans and Jalen Brunson, who can elevate your team a lot more than a player like Davis Bertans. You get what I'm saying? So, to me, that was kind of just a mind-boggling situation with the Dallas Mavericks, that they didn't want to, bring Jalen Brunson back, or the fact that they thought that they could possibly find someone better later down the line for, you know, a little bit cheaper or maybe just the exact same amount. But I mean, we see what Jalen Brunson's doing over there with the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference, and it's safe to say that the Eastern Conference is a lot better than the Western Conference this year, which we have not been able to say that in probably the last decade. You know what I'm saying? So Jalen Brunson definitely is, you know, a very, very big contributor for why the Knicks are doing this good. And it's so obvious because even last year, the Knicks weren't even the 5th seed this far into the season, halfway through the season. So, yeah, man, I think it's safe to say the Dallas Mavericks made a mistake not bringing Jalen Brunson back. And I definitely feel like this could potentially, you know, bite him in the ass later down the line, especially this year where, you know, like I said earlier, the Western Conference is such a bloodbath that you don't know which teams are going to be the 5th seed, the 4th seed, the 6th seed, the 7th seed. Like, you just don't know. It's so unpredictable. So the fact that they just let a player, Jalen Brunson, walk, you know what I'm saying, for nothing at all in return, it's just kind of mind-boggling. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely feel like the Dallas Mavericks made a mistake, but I'm definitely want to hear what you guys think about this. So make sure you guys leave your opinions in the comments below. I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on Jalen Brunson, and if you guys think that if he was still with the Dallas Mavericks, would they be, you know, better than they were last year or just as good? You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys leave your opinions in the comments. I'm definitely excited to hear what you guys have to say. And if you like this video, found it useful, informational in any type of way, make sure you hit it with the thumbs up. It really is appreciated over here at Bucket Discussions. And yeah, man, if you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're always dropping weekly basketball content, man. But that pretty much wraps up the video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And until next time, peace.
In the jungle like I'm Conan, count up with both hands, switch the flow like it was broken. I'm on the road, man, making plays just like DeRozan. I shoot my shot, and that shit wetter than the ocean. I brag a lot, but with the wind and come the boasting. I made a lot from them apartments that I sold, and he ain't make it up to college, so them streets where he enrolled in. I know I'm a scholar from the moments that I was exposed in.